All right, there we go. Click the wrong button. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I think that would be great. Gonna finish up the MTSU Army game. Give me 1 second. For some reason, still got to figure out why some of this stuff works only occasionally. There we go. Now my frame around the webcam should be working. So last night we did the first half of the Middle Tennessee Army game. As always, if you've got questions or just want to hang out, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll be going through doing my thing on this game and explaining things where I think it makes the most sense. So with that being said, let's make sure that's the right size. All right, we've got, let's see, tight. Oh, heavy tight right, but both A-backs to the right. And we've got a toss. I actually don't know if I'm not getting my audio. Let me, oh, didn't want to do that. All right, there we go. Now I should have some audio. Hopefully you'll have some audio too. So what did we say this was? This was rocket toss out of heavy tight. Tight again. Okay, actually, where are our linemen at? So that's the first guy there. He's inside the tackle. Let's say it's another mid triple. Finally had our first restart conditioning day after COVID for our winter, spring sort of season in Illinois. It is really weird doing socially distanced workouts, but no football stuff yet. Just trying to stay in shape, keep kids in the groove, in the program, trying to have to accommodate with, distance learning and all that. It's definitely an interesting time to coach. Back in base. Let's see, was there actually a fake on this? No. So that's a lead option. I wish it didn't take me like 5 times to watch plays to figure out what they were, but the beauty of this offense, I also forget. What do we say? That's base. Hope all the other coaches out there are doing all right COVID-wise. If you are playing, I would love to break down film of actual high school people if you have it. Or if somehow you find my channel and you're playing against a Flexbone team, I'd probably even help you scout. This is going to be that over with the A's on the same side again. Ooh. Mid triple. So back in tight. So they don't block down on number 1. Oh, actually, I'm an idiot. I think that's a legitimate just triple out of tight. That's why I wasn't expecting that. I kept waiting for the quarterback to have the ball, and he just never came back. All right, heavy tight to the right. Okay, 2 guys through. I can't tell based on footwork who do they let through. It's so hard to tell if they're actually blocking or letting this guy go. This defensive tackle. I think so. His footwork is so tight, it's really hard to tell this mid-triple versus regular triple. I think it's mid-triple. It looks like they let that inside defensive tackle run through. And this was out of, what did I say, heavy tight? One, two, three. We got heavy tight to the right again. Let's see, there's no read here. Nice, I think it's a zone option. All right, so. Oh, luckily, that's right. Second quarter goes pretty fast, so not a whole lot of time left on this one. Heavy. 1, 2, 3. Heavy tight right. Nice little fake on the hard count. Something coaches can always do more of if you can trust your guys to do it. Pretty sure it's just zone dive. All right, 1, 2, tight, 1, 2, 3. So heavy right. Where's that other A back? I think this is just a lead option. Oh, actually, this is zone option. They've got the X is coming down hard on the end. thanks to those of you that are hanging out. I realized I just kind of did this unannounced. I don't know. I hope the audio on these goes through, but I always just go. Oh, no. Not going to give me that now? There we go. Thanks, Herm. All right. Heavy left. Ooh. Damn. I think that's triple, but if nothing else, what I want to highlight here is this block by the A-back who's coming around. He's going to continue through his path, and he's going to... It's not going to be consequential here, but definitely that this corner setting the edge is going to know and keep his head up to be looking around anytime that he sees this play coming. So if that ball does get to the outside, that's a great block. Although, yeah, might want to finish it and get your hands on him, but the pop was at least nice. Oh, let's see, that guy's outside. So it's going to be heavy to that side. Actually, that's just zone dive. Quarterback's not reading that. And the way I can tell that is if you watch the A-back here, any other play other than zone dive, right? He's going to take his step down and come forward. He tries to pin him to the outside, and I don't think there's any other play where that would be the case. None of the rest of those guys are unblocked, so I'm actually going to change my mind there. I think that's zone dive. Oh, actually, did I get my plays messed up? I did. All right, now I need to watch this play for the first time. Oh, I see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We've got heavy left. This is going to be both A-backs to the right. Ugh, I hate when they do this. I know I ranted about that the other night. Okay. Receiver stays outside. Everyone's running forward. I think it's just zone dive again. Hard to tell. A lot of guys in there. I'm sure someone will yell at me in the comments later on if I get it wrong. All right, tight right. Ooh. Heavy flex A right, yeah. So no one pulls here. Huh, so it's not a true counter option. It's kind of a lead option, just a different setup. And I forget what I said was through here. Tight. Ah, darn it. All right. Technically, this is trips right. I mean, he's tight. It's not a true bunch, but you have both A-backs off the line on the same side. It's a little wonky. It's really just trips, though. Let's see, did they actually try to read anyone? I can't tell if this A-back is purposely trying to avoid this guy because he's the read and he puts his hands on. I think that's just zone dive. I don't think that's the quarterback. Because if the quarterback reads that, he's probably keeping. All right, heavy right. Heavy right, tight left. And we're running to the tight side. Oh, and both the A's are on that side too. Yeah, this appears to just be zone option. I can't tell. The B-back, was he looking to kick someone out? Not really. Whew. It's a little chilly in Chicago. I just got back from practice and made a little dinner, but my hands are still warming up. I'm sure some of you guys in the South can't appreciate that, but it is weird when the blood starts flowing back into your fingers like you're expecting. Heavy left, tight right, both A-backs on the right. I mean, that's just a QB keep. That's nothing fancy. There's no read there. There's no, well, nothing crazy there. What do I call it? Tight right. All right. Tight left, heavy right. A-backs on the left. Actually, so what would this be? This would be, it's still technically just trips left. All right, let's see who we're reading. I think this is, I guess, you know what, I'm overthinking this. They're up 35-0 in the fourth. These are probably all just going to be zone dive. All right, true tight. Yeah, just zone dive again. Which, nothing too crazy on this one. True tight again. That's rocket toss. I think I said that was tight, right? Yes. One thing to note on rocket toss that I noticed here is you'll see that on rocket, theoretically, we're not going to block anyone in a 5 technique or lower. So you'll see that all of these offensive linemen here, well, I think it's going to be just all of these guys here in this section, all just turn and run on this rocket. They actually do a little pin and pull with the receiver. So the receiver is going to block down. I think the receiver's blocking down on him, and then they're going down and around his block. Yeah, I don't know if that's how they drew it up. It wasn't as successful as you would have thought. Heavy right, trips left. All right, finally we get something a little interesting. So that was mid-triple to the trips. A lot of times they'll run, I guess you can't really, right? Can you run mid-triple away from the trips? You can, but it's not as prevalent. All right, back in base, which is always good. Nothing like passing when you're up 35-0 in the fourth. They must have saw something they liked. Oh, I think they're trying to run post wheel. Here's a little freebie that is kind of nice. How do I want to show this? So I think this is supposed to be post wheel. I'm going to spend more time on this than I should, just more to entertain myself, right? So we should have a post here, and then we should have a wheel where this is going to be, you almost run it like a, speed out or an arrow. Man, trying to do this with these arrows is not as easy as I would have thought, right? So you should know post wheel. It's probably my favorite route combination. However, this A-back's route is really lazy, and I don't think he actually got anyone to come down and bite that he was actually going to get the ball. I can't tell. Hard to tell. I think it's post wheel. I could be wrong. It could be switch. I'm not as familiar. What was this? Just out of base. All right, we've got trips right. It's a nice little mid-triple. Again, I do like this. I like how much mid-triple they ran. I also like how many looks they ran it out of. Well, that's probably the 4th or 5th formation they've run it out of. All right. So now we're at, it's trips tight. Like it's not a bunch, but we've got trips because we've got the 2 A-backs on the same side. The receiver's way in. I'll call it trips tight. Why not? And then look, they wind up in a bunch. They get flow going the opposite way. Let's see, did he wind up blocking down on this? He did. That's just a zone option out of trips. I really like that look. I might steal that this season. Whew. All right, heavy, tight, right. Ooh, reverse pivot. Let's see if this is down G. It is. Anytime you see that quarterback pivot and then hand off the other way, I used to call this belly back when, well, I was learning. But anytime they pull the front side guard, you should be thinking down G. All right, heavy right, tight left. No. What am I calling this? Trips tight? Zone option again. And then what do we got? We've got heavy tight right. And based on that pivot, and again, if you're confused on what I'm talking about with the pivot, watch the quarterback here. He's gonna pivot like it's rocket and then hand it straight ahead. Yeah, that's just down G. That 1, 2. Okay, so heavy right. I think we're just going to see them zone dive this all the way through. Heavy right. No, trips tight left. Let's see who's our number 1 here. Zone option. It's amazing how much teams have gone towards zone option, and I can see why. It gives you an extra blocker at the point of attack. It's got a few downsides, but otherwise, it's pretty potent. It does, for the most part, keep the ball in the quarterback's hands. What is this? Trips tight is what I'm calling it. Oh, zone kick insert. I've been trying to avoid tagging everything. I guess I could get better at that. My problem is I don't know all the tags, especially this is the second Army game I've ever done. I did their Michigan game last year. So that same trips look. Ooh, what was that? I think that's just zone dive. So I think this is zone dive because you can see the receiver here actually dig underneath and try to push out to open up that hole. Yeah, that's a really nice play. almost to the end here. So this would be trips tight. Zone option. I see why they like the trips tight, because then you can run almost your whole offense. You can still run your zone option. Where's that other A back? Is he split out further? Yeah. This is that trips tight again. And just zone dive. All right. All right. So, good game by Army, obviously. We'll give a big thoughts and prayers for MTSU. That was rough for a first game. What was I doing? Oh, I guess it would be more of a sad trombone. I'm still hoping you guys can hear that. I don't know if you can. Oh, puppy pushing the door open. That's always good. So now all we need to do to finish off our video at our home screen. Oh, went the wrong way. There we go. Let's do this in... Ooh, it is cold. All right, so we've got our... Oh, shoot. I actually want this on the back end because this is the background. Oh, I made that take way too long. Hold on. Un momento. It's the hard part with doing these timed out like this. All right, so we're gonna add our background. That's kind of weird. Did I not put I thought I did the last play, right? Somehow I accidentally deleted that last clip. Oops. So we got 10 seconds of background clip. We need to do the... who is this? This is Army. I'll use the same Army background as I did last year. Let's try to find, what are we calling this? Who did Army just play? Apologies if you hear the dogs running around in the background. There we go. Always looking for the one that has the transparent background. I made this for Army. Why did I put Army on the left? All right, so Army, MTSU. I can't tell where the actual... If I were more of a perfectionist, I wouldn't eyeball this. But I'm not, so let's save as... what is this? This is going... Oh, because I don't want to save as, I want to export. What is this? 2020 Army MTSU. Ping file, save current, we'll go back to Camtasia. And we just need our, let's see, where did this go? Make it a little bit smaller. Come on. There we go. And then stretch that to there. Oh, I forgot to do this on the end screen too. Gotta. You know what? Shoot. Turns out we went into a new year. My bad. So gotta export this again. I try not to make too many mistakes, but it does happen every now and then. We'll replace that. We'll go back here. We got to. All right, now that we've got the right year, now we can expand this to take up our entire screen length. And then I need to make the end screen bigger. And the only reason for the end screen is because then you can have the little things that pop up that are like, do you want to check out the next video? Do you want to subscribe? So I like to add about 10 seconds of just the field where I can do that. If I were really good, I'd have like a little video thing that I could put over it. It's been on my to-do list, but I haven't gotten there quite yet. So now I just need to export this. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me while I finished up this video. Hopefully it should be posted to the channel here, hopefully tonight at some point. They do take a little bit to export and then also to import into YouTube. As always, like, subscribe, let me know what you're thinking, and you should see this video soon. Excited for this weekend. I forget who Army and Navy have. I'm more focused on my high school team at the moment. Also thinking about possibly doing a video on like coaching during COVID, you know, how we're doing it, what our workouts look like. If that's something you might like, let me know. Otherwise, I look